Now we bring you a special WION segment called Money Matters, because money matters. Well, the RBI is weighing whether to let lenders remotely disable smartphones bought on EMIs if borrowers default. Now, that has sparked a debate over consumer rights, privacy and the risk of aggressive lending. A recent Reuters study shows that about a third of all consumer gadgets, including cell phones in India, are purchased through EMIs. If a borrower stops making their EMI payments on their financed phones, it is possible for banks and lenders to remotely lock the phone. Now, the Indian Central Bank is considering this matter. Reserve Bank of India Governor Sanjay Malhotra at the post-policy press conference said that the central bank is currently reviewing a proposal from banks and NBFCs to permit such digital collateral enforcement. In response to a question by SV reporter, Malhotra said, "Such a proposal is currently under discussion and we are getting views both for and against." He added that our efforts to ensure that a consumer's rights are maintained in terms of data privacy. The consumer's interest is paramount and we consider the issue faced by lenders. Now, answering the same query, RBI Deputy Governor M. Rajeshwar Rao said that there are pros and cons on both sides in terms of balancing the customer rights, requirements, data privacy and also the creditor's requirements. So, we are examining the issue and we will evaluate the pros and cons and will take a decision at an appropriate time. While the current laws do not expressly permit this practice, placing it in a regulatory grey zone. Also, only last year, the RBI decided to stop lenders from locking mobile phones of defaulting customers. However, the questions on this comes as the RBI is set to revise its Fair Practices Code in a few months. So the debate rages on whether consumer privacy versus lenders' recovery plea and on whether the central bank will allow the practice. The arguments in favor of lenders is that this will make sure that borrowers know the risk and make payments in a timely manner. This will line up with loans tied to gold, cars or even homes, because a default on those loans will lead to banks seizing those collaterals. However, the other side of the argument is consumer privacy. Phones are almost like a lifeblood in today's age and time and could disrupt daily life. Apart from the ethical aspect, the other question is also if there is the technology to do so. The RBI is even looking at this because of a rise in defaults on small ticket loans and pleas from lenders for collateral recovery. By introducing this locking of phone option, experts say that the rising rate of defaults in small ticket consumer loans can be curtailed. If lenders get this option to lock the device in case of non-repayments or EMIs, it will certainly discourage willful defaults. The potential safeguards that experts say could help some of the concerns raised, that include prior consent. RBI could make lenders be required to obtain explicit and informed consent from the borrower at the time of the loan agreement is signed. Data privacy. Now, lenders could be prohibited from accessing or tampering with any personal data stored on the locked phone. And then regulation. The RBI could also issue specific instructions on the technical locking process and how it is implemented. Well, for now, the RBI is considering the proposal and will hold wider consultations before a decision is taken.